Hello everyone and welcome to Learning with JGU. In today's video, we shall discuss the African poem Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Okara. We shall be discussing a summary and an analysis on this poem. Stay tuned till the end of this video and give us a thumbs up if you find it informative. You can as well hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified anytime I upload a new video. Let's begin. Once Upon a Time is a satirical poem. This poem mocks the current way of life of an African towards his fellow African. The poem attempts to convey some messages to its readers about how Africans used to be kind, very welcoming, genuine, and honest in their dealings with everyone in the past, and how that has changed in the modern world with deceit, lies, materialism, and the likes. This change in personality can be attributed to the coming of the Europeans and the adoption of their values by Africans. Once Upon a Time features a conversation between a father and his son. Allegorically, the father is a symbol for the modern way of life, the life of the Europeans, the life which has alienated him from his indigenous culture, a life which has taught him to wear many faces at different times wherever he finds himself. The son, however, is a symbol for the past. The African culture is represented by the innocence and originality of a child. In this conversation, the persona expresses a nostalgic feeling for the past, when people used to laugh with their hearts, when people greeted each other genuinely because culture taught them so, when people welcomed not only their relatives but even strangers because culture taught them to love unconditionally. As an embodiment of all these traits, the persona wants to become a child once again. He wishes to return to his childhood innocence, for he is unhappy with his current self, unhappy with the person for who he has grown to become, and unhappy that relationships in modern world have become very complex, painted with greed, hypocrisy, and lack of regard and care for one another. The summary of this poem lies within three images. The image of greeting between two people or groups, the image of hospitality or welcome of a person by another, and the image of goodbyes. These mental pictures establish within them how life was in the past and how it is in the present. Let's quickly take a look at the poem and try to have a sense of it. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their teeth. While their eyes block cold eyes, search behind my shadow. There was a time indeed, they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone, son. Now, they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. Feel at home, come again, they say, and when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no tries. For then I find doors shut on me. So I have learned to wear many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces, like dresses, home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. And I have learned too, to laugh with only my teeth, and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye, when I mean good riddance, to say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these mutant things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh, for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth, like a snake's bare fangs. So, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. The poem commences with a conversation between a father and his son. He tells a story of how people in the past used to laugh with their eyes, but now laugh with their teeth. He says that there was a time when people laughed genuinely. The laugh was natural because it could be seen from their eyes. The eyes is an outer representation of goodness in the minds, so when people laughed in the past, It was genuine. But now, they only laugh with their teeth. That is to say that in today's world, instead of laughing with their eyes, they exaggerate their laugh with their teeth so that they don't in any way display their discomfort or unhappiness in receiving people with their eyes block cold eyes. Towards the end of the first stanza, the poet says, "While their eyes block cold eyes, search behind my shadow." Now, the beginning of this poem establishes an image of greeting between two persons. Now, after this greeting is established, the host searches behind the guest's shadows to search if he is alone or with another person. This search is done with a block cold eyes, meaning eyes without sympathy, eyes without emotions, eyes that is searching for something it may not find. In the second stanza, the poet continues by saying that people used to shake hands with their hearts, but now they don't. The heart is a symbol of love, and so there was an expression of love during handshakes, an expression of genuine happiness upon greeting a person, but now it is the opposite. People only greet you when they know you belong to a higher social class. They greet you and welcome you to their homes because they expect to get something in return. Materialism. They will use their left hand and search through your pockets only to find them empty. This portrays the impure intentions that most Africans have today, the kind of greed that exists in almost all relationships in today's world. You are told to feel at home and come again. Statements like this are being said without really meaning them. There will be no tries when you visit the first and second time. They have enough of you and shut you out. This was so different in the past, when hospitality was the mark of true relationships. The persona in the fourth stanza is said to have learned to wear many faces depending on where he finds himself. In all his faces, in all his appearances, there is a fixed smile. The persona has also learned to laugh with his teeth, shake hands without his heart, and to say goodbye when he actually means being relieved about one's departure. The persona illustrates a heightened extent of hypocrisy by Africans. He shows how deceitful the current Africans are, how fake they are in their dealings with people. There is a lack of compassion for people, and to cover the ill thoughts born within the new African, he wears masks, he wears different faces. The poet laments in the sixth stanza. He wants to be like his son, being a child full of innocence. He wants to discard whatever he has learnt in the modern world that has made him lose his dignity. Above all, he wants to learn how to laugh, for his laugh in the mirror displays his teeth like the poisonous teeth of a snake. He doesn't want to look fascinating, yet being very dangerous, like a snake. He therefore asks his son to teach him how to smile and how to laugh like he used to when he was also little. The poet is more or less in this poem talking about how modernization has shaped African lives negatively to the extent that most Africans have lost their basic values taught by their ancestors. The persona feels sad for being a part of this mess. He is unhappy with his current self and so calls on to all Africans to remember their roots and to unlearn whatever they've been taught in the modern world, for relationships are being broken as a result. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment and share.